of fairyland. We are going to do something fun today. Good morning, Paula. How are you? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is Fairy Garden Thursday. Lots of fun today. I hope you all have had an awesome week. Hello, Mimi. Welcome, welcome. I have something fun planned for us today. We've done quite a few winter gardens, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a land post fairy garden. How awesome is that? And I have some purple felt or some purple foam, and I think I'm going to go with the felt. So I have these. You can get these at any Home Depot, Lowe's. These cute little octagon tiles. I just love these tiles. So we are going to start today by taking the sticky back off. Get that all off. And I am going to start right here. And we are going to make the island for our fairy garden. I hope you guys are having an awesome week thus far. And that way your fairy garden will have a felt bottom so that it doesn't scratch furniture. Someone might set it on. You don't want to scratch the furniture. And so that is why it is always good to use the foam or the felt under your garden. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful. And I will show you how the rest of them are gonna stick together. You are just going to love this fairy garden. All right, there we have the felt on the bottom. That's where you start. And then you build it up from there. And then I can use the extra felt we have left over. I can use that in other projects I might have. That would be awesome. Let me set my glue over here. I gotta let you know, y'all, when we were in the book club yesterday, it was so much fun. It is, and the chapter 3 has been turned in and edited and sent back. So chapter 3 is ready to go for next week already. I think you guys are going to be really happy. And right now I'm cutting out around the edges with the X-Acto knife so it would be perfect edges. And those tiny pieces I won't save. And you can always refer back to this video if you want to make yourself your own island. You can refer back to the video and step by step how I'm doing it for yourself. And we've done quite a bit of winter ones, and I thought that this would be a very fun alternative to building an open fairy garden, like an island. And it is going to be a fairy garden post. And Valentine's Day is coming up, and I thought, how fun would that be? And so we'll get the paints out real soon and start on our fairy garden. And by cutting it out with an X-Acto knife, you're going to see how much coverage is really there for your tabletop or, you know, fireplace mantle, wherever you are going to have it. And there we have it. Now I'm going to show you the back side of your island fairy garden post. And it is really soft. And that'll all clean up with tape. I'm not worried about that. That will clean up with tape. And you will see how it's going to stay together. You're like, well, they move. They won't move when we're done. So let me get my little paint palette. I'm going to put my X-Acto knife back away. The colors, yeah, it would have been pretty together, but you really don't need to because you can't really see them. They're going to be underneath. Oh, you're right. I agree, Mimi. I am sorry. You and Paula are right. No, she was talking about having gloves on so I don't cut myself with the X-Acto knife. Yeah, she didn't want me to cut myself. Yeah, you know, every time I pick up the X-Acto knife, I think of the time I dang near sliced my thumb off with the X-Acto knife. Okay, I'm going to show you. Oh, no, I dropped it. Hang on, guys. I dropped it on the floor. I'm going to show you guys my These I need. I'm going to put them over there. There's my little mailbox. Valentine's Day is coming, and the fairies have to have their own little, so I'm going to start out, what color do I want that? I mean, I'm not fond of the red. So, but I do want it to stand out in our fairy garden. And I love the color blue. And I think blue would set off the fairy garden really nice. So that's what I'm going to start out with. And we're going to color this blue, and I have some sand. Oh, you guys are going to love. Okay, we have the color blue. And I want yellow. Really all pretty fairy garden colors. I wonder if Dee's coming in today. And some red. Definitely gotta have red in a fairy garden. Just not on the mailbox. I think the mailbox will stand out beautifully as blue. And let me turn my little flower around. I gotta remember I have to shake this. Did you guys check out all the little fairy stuff up here? The new fairy stuff I got? It is awesome. Oh, good. You sent her the link. Good. I hope she sees it. She was sad she missed the last one. So I hope she sees it this time. But I have some gnomes. Did you guys notice the gnomes? It has been a long time since I put the gnomes in the fairy garden, and they are going to be taking care of the fairy garden post. Yes, they are. They're going to be taking care of the post. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is paint our mailbox. Because we want that to be painted a pretty blue. Blue will stand out. Let me get my glove on, y'all. Y'all will be hollering pretty soon. Put your gloves on. So I thought, let's get the painting out of the way before we start the foundation so that you guys can see how this fairy garden island is going to be put together. And it is going to be for Valentine's posts. And the fairies can put their little letters inside the mailbox. All right, now we're gonna let that layer dry. Well, that layer is airing and drying a little bit. We're gonna start on, and I don't wanna put this brush in the water yet, so I'll turn it upside down. Now, here we have our island. And what I am gonna do is I am gonna take some glue, and I'm gonna start the basics first. Don't worry about paint getting on there. It's not gonna be seen. I'm gonna start with the basics, and I'm gonna put the glue just like this in my lines. And then I'm going to get a paintbrush, and I'm going to paint the glue on the entire island. Now, if you're watching closely and you love to make fairy gardens, you are going to love this fairy garden island post. You can have it because you have the tiles underneath. You could set it out on your patio table, or you could have it in your living room, on your fireplace, wherever you want it. And I have some beautiful blue and white. Beautiful blue and white flowers, too, that I can't wait to see how they're going to turn out. And we are going to use fairy grass. And I'm controlling the amount with my fingers. And the glue that went into the cracks will eventually harden and hold them together. So we are laying down our foundation for the fairy garden. And we are going to make this like instead of the winter snow, we're going to make this look like the snow is gently falling. It's not going to be like a winter snow. It's going to not be as heavy of a winter. And then you just pat it onto the glue. And it will adhere. And I want to get all of it. And the nice thing about this, putting it on the board, is I can pick up the board and put it back in a baggie so I don't lose any of this pretty grass. And the edges have the pre-edge on from the makers of the tiles. It already has the pre-edge on, so you don't have to worry about the edging. Hello, Cool Tita. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Leslie, how are you doing, my dear friend? Oh, it's so good to see you again. How you feeling, Mama? Now there is the base for our fairy garden post. And see all this grass that fell off to the side, I can shake off the board and have it fall in a baggie. And once that seals all together, it will not fold up and under. So it will all be adhered together. You have the felt underneath, and you have the grass on top and the glue in between the cracks. And now we build from this. This is our base. And I had a lot of ideas going through my mind on doing this particular fairy garden. Wanted to get all that. Now, I had found 2 items that I'm really interested in. This heart, because we're making it a fairy garden post, this heart is going to make a beautiful post office. And we have our mailbox right here. This will be the fairy garden post office. And it's a beautiful shaped heart. And I am going to paint this the color red. Now, if you guys have an idea for the sign, this big sign, we could either put it in the back like that with the heart right here, or just leave it off completely. I did bring it in case I changed my mind. So I'm going to put that all over here in the back, because we have our lights to put in. We have our flower pots. So let's get painting the red heart. It's going to make a beautiful fairy garden, Valentine fairy garden post. Good. You're home now, aren't you? You're home and feeling better now? This is going to look really sweet. And I've been, like, this idea came to me yesterday. I was laying down for a while. My pain had gone up pretty bad yesterday. So I laid down for a while, and while I was laying there, this idea popped in my head. So this morning when I got up, I went a-searching for like what house could I use for Valentine's, and oh, this is gonna be awesome. And the whole idea was the image. I could literally see the image in my head. And so I was like, oh, we gotta do it. It's gonna be so awesome. And I don't want to paint over that too much, because sometimes you drip. So I'll back that up a little bit. You guys can still see me, can't ya? I love the design of this heart. Now, this is a heart that I had gotten in a craft kit from another reseller. And I knew, I'm like, this would make a perfect fairy post office. Not too big, not too fat, just right. It's thin enough to be on the edge. Yeah, I was really pleased with it. Oh yeah, look at that, y'all. That is wonderful. And the sides, with the red, the sides look kind of rustic, you know, and even I could put a plant, like put a plant up the side. So I'll set this over here by my cup, let that dry a little bit, and let's take our blue mailbox. Oh yeah, dry already. Look at that. I gotta take this. Let me get this glove off. I'm glad I buy my gloves by the dozen, I'll tell you that. Okay. And get my blue. There we go. With the blue mailbox and the red house, how awesome is that gonna look, y'all? So we're putting our second coat of blue on the mailbox. All right. There, now we're gonna scoot that over there and let that dry. That is beautiful, and I don't see anywhere on there it needs, well, I do right here, just a little more paint. Yeah, it's all painted. I don't, once this dries, I think it's going to cover the whole mailbox. Yeah, that's adorable. But I'll save it just in case. We'll keep it upside right. And let me check this out. All right, we got that dry. I'm going to lay it right here in my hand. And I'm going to get the other side of the post done. And if you guys check out resellers, including myself, a lot of them sell the craft kits, you know, where they sell a lot of the woods and things you need for building things and lights. And the lights I'm using today were sent to me by Gibby Gal. She sent these to me, Leslie. Gibby Gal 79. She sent me these beautiful handmade lights, and I had put them in one fairy garden, and I've been saving the rest of them for another special garden that I want to do, and this is it. This came to me during my rest yesterday, and I know now this is where I want the lights to be. So now we have the post. We have the mailbox. So now we have to pick. I have chipmunks. Let's move this sign over here so I can show you guys. Here's the lights I'm gonna put in. And these were made by Leslie. They are so cute, and I'm gonna use 2 in this fairy garden, 1 on each side. And I found these beautiful gems. When I was digging, I found these beautiful gems. And they are going to make awesome, awesome. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do this. Let's see. Now I have some little plants here. This one, I have all different colors of plants. I'm not gonna make this too much about trees. Let me get the colored plant out of there. Oh yes, we gotta have this too. I need to paint this, y'all. Wait till you see this. This is a cute little, I've had this extra bridge for so long. Should we paint it red too? You'll be listening. Oh, you'll miss what's being put up, but that's okay as long as you're there. Thank you, Mimi. Just check, look in once in a while, see how it's coming about. I think we should also paint maybe blue and red to make it coincide with each other. I've had this little fence for so long, has a little tree, and I just think it would look awesome. And I'll leave the base, maybe I'll leave the base white because it's not so much snow. So let's trim this with blue. Yeah, let's trim it in blue. Thank you. So what we're doing is we're just covering up, because it has the hearts on it too. So we're just covering up the Christmas decorations because this isn't about Christmas. It's about the fairy garden post and Valentine's Day. And so I'm just covering up, and we can do the edge. And wait till it, when you get it in the garden, it's going to look beautiful. See the heart right there? Right in the middle, there's a heart. And I thought, oh, that would look so good in the, it's a heart made by 2 candy canes. And I thought, no, we gotta have the bridge. Because one side could be the plants and the flowers, and the other side could be where the post is. So, and I'm running with this idea that popped in my head because I think it's going to turn out really pretty. All right, so we got both the edges, all the Christmas decorations covered up. And I did the top edge here with the blue. How awesome is that, you guys? And we are lightly snowing, so that way all the prettiness that we are putting in the garden will be here. And so this will look awesome right here in the center of the garden. And you see how just the painting over the Christmas decorations make it look different. And we have our plants. And I also, whenever you get plastic plants like this, and one is a topper, there's like, sometimes there's 3 or 4 of these on it, pick them off and keep them for your fairy gardens. That's what I do. Let's check out this mailbox. Oh, nice. I don't think we have to repaint it, y'all. It's nice. And our post is nice. Check it out. All right, and I'm gonna leave that little dot right there because I think it makes it look different. So I can go ahead, put my blue brush down in there. And so if the bridge goes here in the middle, so let's glue down our bridge and make sure it's gonna stay there, because I want it right smack in the middle, because it goes from where the post office is to where all the pretty flowers are. So we're gonna put some glue on the bottom. And glue it down right there where it is. That is awesome. So we could put one light here, and I want to get in the basics before we work on where we're putting. So one there and one here. How awesome is that? And the little diamond button set off for the balance of the lamps, and where the post office will be sitting right over here. That's still drying, so I got to be careful with that. Now I need my little sticks. I have one right here. Oh no, I got to take out my X-Acto knife again, y'all. All right, here we go. I got a better idea. Ta-da! Nope, I'm going to do it this way. Is the music good enough, or is it too low or too loud? Let me know, y'all. Because a lot of people enjoy listening to music while watching crafting. That's what I've heard through the grapevine. So if it's too loud, let me know. If it's not loud enough, it's great. All right. Now, what I'm doing is gluing our thing together so that it can lean for now, but you'll see what it's going to look like when I get done. So what I'm doing is gluing the lamp hanger to the base. Because we definitely want that to stick. And once it sticks, then I'm going to paint them black. Definitely paint them black. Okay, we'll let this one lean for a minute. Check this one out. All right, that's stuck, so let's put our first one down. And I got to be sure where I put those holes, because I want them facing at an angle from each other. Okay, let me look at the holes. Okay, this way. Don't those diamonds look pretty on there? I have some other rings and stuff in here that I think is going to look awesome, you guys. And with the lamps hanging on here, oh my goodness, they're gonna look so pretty. All right, I wanna put it in the back hole. There we go. Now we have our lamp posts. Hey, Dee! Good to see you, honey girl. I was giving Jim his needle and okay. Oh, I'm glad you made it in. We are making a fairy garden post for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is coming up, and we are making a Valentine's Day post. And right now I am painting the lamp post to hang these beautiful handmade lamps from Leslie made them for me, and I've been saving them for something. You know how you just save something because you just know when you're going to use it? And this is where they are going to work beautifully. All right, there's one lamp post painted. And they are glued in place. And we painted them black. Because we have a red post office and a blue mailbox. Oh, nice. Look at that. We'll let them dry for a few minutes. And they look good, do they not, y'all? Yeah, she made such beautiful, beautiful little, these little lamps here. Check them out, you guys. How awesome is that? They are going to look so cute on there. I do want to take my poker thing and open these wires up a little, so just to make sure they go on completely. Come on, little guy, get on there. Maybe you'll go on this one. Okay, I gotta open it just a little bit wider. All right, I need something wide here. Ah, I did have a, oh here, this one. My pink one tried to escape. Oh, come on, that ain't that big of a stick. Okay. Let me take my scissors. I need to stretch it to wider, not the way it sits. It's more like a, and I need to open it up. There we go. Oh, beautiful, Leslie. That is awesome. I want to make sure it's down where it's going to stay on. Oh, look at that, guys. I knew that was going to look awesome. Yeah, I answered you, babe. I sent you an email on that for your form and your homework. Yeah, I sent you your homework and the form you need to fill out for the book. Sure did. If you are liking this fairy garden and you are visiting my channel, hit that subscribe and let me know by giving me a like. I am creating a Valentine's fairy garden post so the fairies can give each other their... Now this one here seems wide enough to me, but it didn't want to go on. I got the other one to open up. Oh good, there we go. She opened up. Nice. Okay, so we are going to post this lamp on the other side. Ooh, we wanted a little, there we go. And I can't pick it up yet, guys. It's still hardening. I will show you at the end. But can you basically see the lamps jiggling? How awesome is that? And look at our little post. So we are going to put it like this. So let me get my pencil. All right, it's going to set like this. So I want the door okay. Oh yeah, nice. So now I got to get my tiny little paintbrush out so we can paint the door. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the door in like a rope. So I'm going to run my thin brush over the door the first time. So we are making the door to the fairy garden post. And what I'd like to do, now that we have that, we got to make our little window there. Or I have, for the window, we could use, check that out, guys. It's green. And these are check beads, and I love the check beads. And this will be, number one, it's like a light green. You see that? It's a light green. And we can glue it right there, and look at that. How beautiful is that? That makes it perfect. So let's finish our door. And you know what I'd like to do? I think it would be a better idea. Do you guys remember the flowers? Do you remember the green flower stuff that I use? Listen to the music. I'm going to go get them. I think those would work perfect for the door. I'm going to go get them real quick. Hang on, y'all. I just had a fantastic idea for the door rather than a painted door. And if you guys remember these, do you remember these? I think this is going to look awesome. Ta-da! Isn't that awesome, y'all? Can you see that? How pretty is that? Flowers on the door. I don't know what made me think of that, but I so liked it better than the I just wanted it to look more like a beautiful fairy garden. Beautiful. Now we have a flower door, flowers around the door. And we have to let that dry. Oh, first we can get our window in there. So I'm just going to put a little touch of glue on our cute window. And there our beautiful heart post has its see-through window and beautiful flowers around the door. How awesome. I really am so glad that came to me. Those red flowers look awesome. And our door looks awesome. So we'll let that dry. Close this up. Oh, let me put these away. Just so we don't get them in the way. All right, got the flowers put away. What are you guys thinking so far? Mimi said it looks beautiful. Thank you, Mimi. We got our lamps up, and the bottom is still drying. That's going to be a while. We got our flower door on our post office. And I have the bigger one here. And I have our little fairy post sign. And we want that to go right here at the top. Oh, what I do with my stuff. Here it is. And there we have our fairy post above the door. How awesome is that, you guys? What an awesome fairy post that. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I didn't wait for my light to dry, or my window. Needs to dry. I got it back on there, but there's our fairy post. Let that dry a little bit more. I might even hear some. You know what? I'm going to put some hot glue on this to make sure it stays. There, no more falling off. And once the other glue adheres, check it out, y'all. That is awesome. Let me get this little piece out of here. There we go. So we can attach our door now that I put glue. Let's see, it's going to sit like this. So oh, guys, that's looking so good. Our fairy post sign is up. And I am going to put the gnomes. Now let's talk about flowers. Let's talk about flowers, y'all. I do have these that could be sprinkled with the little bit. Hello, Oil. Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. Yes, we are building a Valentine's fairy post, and it's going to be a beautiful garden. Now, I picked a girl gnome and a boy gnome. And what's nice about this, he has a shovel. So he is going to go over here in the flower side, and the girl will be over here tending to the valentines and the post. You know, the fairies have to leave their little valentines. Okay, where'd I put I dropped it on the side. And here's our little blue mailbox. And I also have a sign for that. And I put that brush in the water, duh. All right, I'll get another one. That's what brushes are for. And we are going to put fairy post on the blue also, because this is where the little fairies can put their valentines in the hole. So we are going to put this on our blue post. And now we have our sign on our fairy post. So, where do I want this to be? Maybe right here. Yeah. Yeah, let's put this over there on the edge. Because they could go inside the building if they want, or they can put it in the post. So we are going to glue this right here at the edge. Now we have our beautiful gnomes in there, but we need one fairy because it is a fairy garden. Now I do have this fairy. She sits. She has beautiful glow-in-the-dark wings. We could either set her back here by the post or in the front by the light. Where do you guys want her? By the light or by the post? Or we could go with, I have a fairy reading. She could go in front of the bridge right there. Okay, Paula wants the big one by the post, okay? So we have the book reading one that could go there. Paula said she looks good by the post. And I love the fact that she glows. Yeah, that's what I like. That she glows and she has flowers in her hair. So we could, we have the two fairy gnomes. So we could go ahead and put the fairy sitting there. She is kind of big for this scale that I made, but I think she looks good. What do you guys think? Mimi said by the light. Okay. Let's check her one more time by the light. That puts her in front of everything, which is good too, because it is a fairy garden. But if I use my crafter's intuition, I think it's better with the scaled fairy. Yeah, see how much better that looks? And she can be by the post. She's reading in front of the post office. And they have it. So we'll keep her right there for now. We'll keep the gnomes where they are. He's the one working in the garden. And I have so many plants that I brought out for this. Let's see, are they up here? Let's see, not that one. Oh, and here's another fairy that has green around her, and she would look awesome by the bridge. Look at that. How awesome is that? She fits right into that bridge. I think we're going to leave both these fairies. Now I have this potted plant, and we also have, I also have some scaled trees. Oh, let me show you this, you guys. Wait till you see this. I just seen it back there. Flower post. I'd have to repaint the flowers, but look what else I saw back there. Oh my goodness. Come on, get it out. Check out the hearts. Wow, and it does have a little bit of snow on it. Oh my goodness, does that not fit in with this fairy garden? Tell me yes or no. That is so awesome. Okay, so let's use the hearts. All right, and we have the big potted plant here. So let's go with some fairy garden plants. Do you remember me telling you guys quite a while ago in our arts and crafts to save these little baubles from your plants? And this is why. Because of the shape they are, and they fit these beautifully. Oh no, I dropped it into the... Oh look, it looks like it has snow on it. I'm definitely going to let that one dry. We're going to use that one. That's cool. I never thought of dipping. Yeah, I was going to take a paintbrush. But that's cool too. See how they fit right in there? And then when you build a garden like this, you can go ahead. Let's glue this one down. This is a beautiful potted plant. And we're going to put this one right here, because our gnome is working in the garden. And we'll get him glued down once we decide where we want our plants. Now see, I use the tips of those plants. These come off of these STYL'E. See them right here? Whenever I use the leaves, I always take the base off, so that if I ever do an open garden, it looks like leaves coming out of the ground. And so we're going to put some glue on this, and we're going to glue it on right there. Guess I got to hold it for a minute. I want it as close as possible to that other plant, because he's tending to the plants. And the lights look so pretty. I can't wait to bring you all down and let you see it from the angle I am, because you're looking down on it as it's getting built. Once I have it built, and you will be able to see what I mean about looking like plants. And I really love this one. I might have to take the core out. This one has an awful big stem on it. Yeah, I might have to. I really like the looks of this though. Okay, I got an idea. Just came in my head. I am cutting the plastic off it. And I cut the plastic off and put a tip. I might have to go down to the wire. Yep. Nope, this piece don't have a wire. So let's go with yellow. Let's go with yellow. Let me use this big one. Okay, we're gonna go with the yellow one. And we're sticking it down into the plant. We're gonna put some glue on it. And I think I'm gonna put the yellow one on the other side. And I'll hold it there for a few minutes. Oh, guys, it looks so good. Let me know what you think. Ah, I'm so tickled. Now I need my little red one that got dipped in the white paint. It looks so awesome. All right, we're going to put this little red one in this third one. Put it down in there. And then I'm going to let you guys see what I'm talking about. You see how it looks like the full plant? And you can't even tell. And it's so easy to glue these on to an open fairy garden and make it look like a plant coming out of the ground. And I am gonna put this one right here. Oh, I just popped my other plant. That's all right, we'll get it. Now we have our beautiful garden over here, and I'm going to move him a little bit. And to me, there's something. All fairy gardens hide behind trees, right? So, I have these. These are dried blue flowers. Let me get them untangled. Oh my goodness, I got blue flowers everywhere. Okay, this one looks good. This one right here. Yeah, this one looks good. And I have one of the dual plants. Now, what I can do is put these in between the greenery, like this. And I've made myself a tree. That's a little tall, so let's take that back out and see if we just go, okay, let's cut the tip off. There, now we have the tree scaled to what we have right here. What do you guys think? I like that. Let me get another one. I'm not liking the blue flowers. They're too skinny and too tall. So let's put these back away. I mean, it's a thought. Just a thought. So let's cut this down to match. Just maybe a little bit higher than the other one. And always save the pieces you cut off, because you never know when you can use them. And I love that blue flower that fell. I'm going to leave that there. I think I'll set it over here by the the light. There we go. So now we have our 2 trees. Nope, doesn't quite fit. Those just are too tall. So, let's reach in for the scale ones. And we have one here. We could put one here and one right over here. Does that look better, y'all? They're more to scale. I'm liking that a lot better. I just go by my eye, really, what my eye is seeing, whether I enjoy it or not. And I think the mini trees look way better right here than, and you gotta have some trees for sure, especially in a fairy garden. Okay, so now we have our 2 trees and our beautiful little gnome guardian. He's guarding the flower part of, we'll stick him right here. And then we're gonna put this fairy girl right inside where she fits. And then we have the other fairy right here by the post. And we will keep this one right here, because she runs the post and the 2 lights light up the way. They cross over the bridge to get to the garden. And I think we need maybe a, let me see, what could I use? What could I use? No. Oh, I know. Every fairy garden has mushrooms. There we go. That's what I could use. Let's put a mushroom by the mailbox. A cute little mushroom. Oh, that looks adorable. And I think a mushroom would look good right over there by the... Come on, hands, don't fail me. Oh, nice. Okay, let's see. We have the blue flower there and the blue flowers there. And we definitely have to put our hearts in because it is Valentine's Day. So let's put our hearts there. And let's do one more mushroom to offset the other mushrooms. Oh, guys, that is so beautiful. I am really happy with our fairy garden Valentine post. What a beautiful, oh, and I can tell it's starting to harden. So that's good. And we did a beautiful job together today, y'all. So gorgeous. And I am definitely going to bring the camera down so that you guys can see at the angle of looking at it on a table. Now, if you see something as we're making it and you would like to buy it, just email me and ask me about a price. I'm negotiable. The way I price the fairy gardens is the cost of the items together in the bag, how many pieces, then I divide that, and then I take the price of every piece used and do it that way. So, very fair. It's a breakdown of all the items on there. Crafting Queen did it again. Dee, you are so sweet, honey. I love you. You are so sweet. It is beautiful, y'all, and I love the fact I painted the bridge blue because it offsets the blue mailbox with the beautiful red fairy post heart. And these, I'm so happy I saw the hearts in my little case because they look beautiful back there by the light. And we have the garden over here. It all fits. It's beautiful. And I want to thank you all for coming in and being a part of our Fairy Garden Thursday. And this is hosted, Open Collab by Grandma Sandy and Barbie's Daily Rule Life and Sandy Lynn Home Garden. They are the hosts and we are the collaborators. Awesome. Check them out down below in the description. Be sure and hit that subscribe if you want more fairy gardens. And hit the like. I'm going to bring the camera down now so y'all can see this beautiful fairy garden from the side instead of above. And until our Friday bingo, you guys have an awesome, awesome Thursday. Here we go. What do you think, y'all? Let me know in the comments or in the chat what you think of our beautiful Valentine Fairy Garden post. It is gorgeous.